think you're so big, you think you're so tough. You think you're so big, you think you're so big, you think you're so tough. You think you're so big, you think you're so... Knife Mike, okay, Proco. I had to look up your name. I didn't even know who you were. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's thinking it. I'm gonna be the only one that says it. You're lazy. Your drawings are lazy. You don't know how to do good art good. You don't know how to do YouTube. I'm sick and tired of seeing you walk around like you're big man. Oh, Mr. Big Man. You think you're so cool. You think you're so tough. It's time for somebody to put you in your place. That's why I'm here, okay? I'm here to make the big boy and the big girl bucks. Got 5 years experience. We're gonna be doing two things today, okay? We're gonna be breaking down and fixing your lazy drawings, Proco. All right, and then we got another drawing challenge that we can maybe kind of learn something from Proco's mistakes. All right, guys, come on, let's go. Nobody's saying it. All right, that's okay. It's okay. I'm here. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna show you what's what. He thinks he's so big. He thinks he's so tough. All right, let's see what this guy's made out of. What the heck is this? What the heck are you doing? This guy doesn't even know how to draw a dog. It looks like a horse. You stupid. What is this? Where, Proco? Come on, man. Where's the color even?
The gastrocnemius has a little bump top here where the two tails kind of split off, and they're all
Tails? What?
to the hamstrings right in here.
Hamster. What are you talking about? He's making up words.
Sartorius muscle.
All right, I've had enough. This guy obviously doesn't even know what he's talking about. He feels like he has to make up words to get views or whatever. We're going to be simplifying shadow shapes. Here's the thing. If you're really into figure drawing, if you are an artiste, this information that I'm about to give, it can be helpful to you. But mainly what I'm gearing it towards is people who want to simplify their shadow shapes to describe form in animation and illustration. The type of stuff that this guy, Proco, amazing dude, amazing drawings all around, just really, really cool dude. The way that he does these shadow shapes, it works for him, and he does it because that's what you do in figure drawing. That works for him. For me, we don't shade in animation. You describe a form in the most simple way possible, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, and there's gonna be a drawing challenge at the end of this that I want you guys to participate in. Oh, and these drawing things that I do, the competitions, they're not necessarily about making a pretty picture, okay? They're about learning something. They're about having a little bit of fun and learning something. Whenever I'm creating lighting, there's two ways I look at it. One is for atmosphere and mood, and the other is the only other reason that I use lighting is to describe the form. Don't add lighting without a purpose. Lighting has a purpose, to describe the form and to give volume to the thing that you're drawing or painting or whatever. All right, I'm gonna just use this as a quick example. All right, let's say we got this weird shape. Now, it's just a shape, all right? It appears to have some kind of dimension. We don't really know what it is. And the second you put some lighting on it, the heck? The second you add some type of lighting to it, it's going to change the form and how you perceive the volume of this form. What the? Jesus. The way that I broke this down and tried to understand it more for any type of illustration is looking at Ghibli. It's a way of describing a form without using any lines. Okay, so I know the form of this shirt. I know the shirt comes out right here, and then it comes in right there, and it comes out right there again. I know it folds down this way. I know this part is beveled outwards. Just like right here. I can see it right here, and it's also beveled out right there through the shadow. The shadow isn't like this. Okay, that's not describing a form. That's describing the form right there. Okay, you don't have to be drawing anime. You don't have to be, you can still be drawing life drawings and being an artiste, but simplifying your shadow shapes and using them to describe the form is super important. All right, that's another good point that I kind of want to bring up. The message that I'm typically trying to convey is how you get a job in animation, illustration, how you become better as an artist for that avenue. And that avenue is for making big boy bucks, getting paid, all three of those. I'm talking about getting a job. I'm not talking about sitting in a cafe and drawing your pretty art drawings. That's nice, but it doesn't pay the bills. You may talk to people that say, I don't want to draw for a living. I don't want to use my passion to make money because I'll get tired of it. That's perfectly okay. I'm the type of person that I want to come into work every day and be excited to work on something new and to draw for a living. That's awesome. Also, I want to point out in that same vein, you can get a job in animation. It's a real job, and there's a lot of jobs that need to be filled right now. Over the next few years, streaming services, everybody's going to be needing good artists. All right? I got a dog. I got a house, I got plants, all right? It's all being paid for. Do not think that it's out of your reach. It's super easy to get in, honestly. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not possible, because now more than ever, it's extremely possible. But it is a job. There are good days, there are bad days, but at the end of the day, you get to make your own decisions on what you want to work on. Knowing that, please understand that what Proko is saying, it applies to him, it applies to his students, okay? What I'm saying, his type of stuff, that it doesn't apply to my audience. It doesn't apply to getting a job in my field. All that information that he's giving, it's just a little bit too much. We have to simplify it. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fix these drawings of his. Really good drawings, by the way. I'm really liking these shapes. Really cool dude. I've always learned a lot from Proko. He's one of my favorites. All right, this line, he's already darkened it for us. So we're gonna connect that, see where this thing turns with the calf. If you study really good figure drawers, you can kind of go over and see and try to highlight what they make it that's important. Okay, so this shadow is describing the form. What he was doing was going in and showing all these different obliquary muscles and all these whatever. I don't freaking care, dude. Come on, I don't care about that stuff. Okay, this is an important part, this overlap of shadow. Super important. He did not stress it enough. All right, now let's check out this arm. So this little thing right here. Wow, look at this little cut. That's cool. That's so cool, right? No, wrong. Wrong, Poko. Forget about that. Forget about these details. We need the overall form. And what is the overall form? It's describing where the heck this muscle is. Look at this clear cutout. Boom. That's what we want. So he's got some bounce light coming up down here. And that's to describe, he's trying to describe the volume of this arm. We don't care about that when we're simplifying shadow shapes. All right, you can do that later. That's not what this video is about. We're trying to simplify this shadow shape into something that can describe, something that helps describe the drawing in a very simple way. Why is he doing this? That's what I'm asking myself when I'm breaking these down. Why is he doing this right here? It's the cheekbone, all right? The cheekbone's gonna come out, and this is the ridge. Okay, and when I'm doing these type of things, especially if I'm breaking these things down and trying to understand them and learn from them, I will touch myself, okay? I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna feel where he just tried to describe, all right? Okay, I can feel that, all right? I'm not just drawing and just being like, oh, that's what you do, okay. No, I'm trying to learn from what he's talking about here. Okay, this is where the light would hit. This is where the light would not, like, touch yourself, people. Pretty much the drawing challenge right here that I want you guys to do, but I'm gonna talk about that in a second, a little bit more in depth. I'm just gonna show you, this is what I do for my characters. All right, I don't know what you're gonna do if you don't have Photoshop. I'm sure there's a way you can use Procreate or something like that, but you gotta be creative in how you want to solve these problems, all right? Don't come whining to me. Don't you come whining to me if you ain't got the tools to do what I'm saying. You don't need the tools, okay? You need a little pencil, you need a little piece of chalk, you need a little burnt twig, and you need a rock, or a piece of paper, or a cave wall, or something. All right, so what I did here is I put down a multiply layer, and I'm gonna switch my brush because the brush does not matter. All right, you go down here and you hit this little thing. I don't know what it is, but it makes a little thing, like a little mask thing, and you can kind of paint in it, and then you switch these suckers, or you press X, boom, and you can paint on it, paint out it, paint on it, paint out. All right, and here's the most important part if you're trying to study this. All right, I took these shots, and now I'm gonna try to replicate that on this character. The thing is though, you can see right here, I have two different type of lighting scenarios, but both are describing the form in a slightly differenter way. I don't even care. I'm going to use the information from both and try to add the same type of lighting to this character to describe the form. Remember, all right, pay attention here. It's not about creating realism. It's not about copying the photo exactly. In real life, I can like put my leg behind my head and then get on the floor and then go in some kind of weird, crazy, distorted position. It's real life, but it's not a good design. So just because it's real life doesn't mean it's a good design. You take what you can and then make a good design out of it. It's describing my elbow's form, and it's describing this massive, really cool muscle that I have here. So let's try to get that real simple like. You can see an angle change on this cuff. So I'm just gonna grab that. All right, that's the shape that it's making. The light's coming from below, simple. So this is a color dodge layer. If you go into my other videos, you can hear me talking about the dangers of using color dodge. If you don't do outside planar painting, this and that, it can be harmful to you almost. But that's not the point of this video. You can go check that out. All right, that's pretty much what I want you to do for this drawing challenge. Take a reference shot of yourself. For me, I had to go in my hallway, which gets pretty dark, and I just set up a light, took out my cell phone, set it up, put a video on, and then just kind of did different poses and whatnot. So do that. Get your reference, get your lighting situation. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, just something that you can learn from. And then I want you to design your character. It doesn't have to look like you or anything like that. And then I want you to add the lighting to that character that matches the reference. It doesn't have to be digital. You can do this traditionally too. Simplify your shadow shapes based on your reference. That's all you gotta do. All right, after that, you're gonna make an Instagram post of your reference and your art, post it on your Instagram. Then you're gonna go into my Instagram page. You're gonna look at the post that I made about this video, go into the comments, make a comment about how you participated in the challenge. All right, I'm gonna pick 3 people. I'm gonna talk about everything they did right in their lighting scenarios and check out the reference, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Big boy Poco, big boy Poco. I gotta admit, man, I didn't like you at first, okay? You thought you were so big, you thought you were so tough. Always talking, always walking around, talking about how big man, big boy Poco. But I gotta say, man, you came through. I didn't know who you were, but now I do. Okay, everybody on the streets are saying Poco doesn't know the way that he's doing things. Poco doesn't know how to draw. He doesn't know how to shade. He doesn't even know how to do YouTube. I say, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him, man. You're big boy Poco in my book. I gotta say, man, we both didn't like you at first. We really didn't like you. You insulted my family, you insulted my dog. June, what do you think about Poco? There's just one question to ask him, Poco. You ever heard of Skillshare? You ever heard of Skillshare, Poco? Huh? You ever heard of Skillshare? You ever heard of Skillshare, Poco? All right, one more thing. Obviously, I destroyed this artist's whole career, their whole channel, so I'm gonna have to be giving back a little bit. In 1 month's time from now, I'm gonna be taking all the revenue earned from this video, and it's gonna be given back to the artist that was mentioned in the video. I destroyed their self-esteem. I destroyed their self-respect, their channel, their revenue. They're gonna need all the help that they can get, all right? So, let's go. Also, if